I mean, I feel like anything in your mind is real. You
Yeah.
know, we all have our own realities, so anything that's in your mind is technically real for you, you know.
Yeah. Different dimensions. I'm watching a lot of stuff about how your feelings turn into things. So it's like we are not our brain, we're our mind.
Yeah.
It's
And
different.
our thought.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, we're not even that. It's like we're actually just energy at the end of the day. We're like
Yes.
conscious energy. And
Yes.
like that's like really what it
Yes. They say
what
you're
it
not a
comes down to.
soul with a body. You're not a body with a soul. You're a soul with a body. So it's like the body
Yeah.
is just our exterior thing. It's the
Yeah.
soul.
Yeah.
Because
And the soul is really just like the consciousness.
Yes, that's right. Yes,
Like it's
we
still not
talked
even
about
like a
this.
physical.
Do you have any favorite YouTube things you listen to kind of tune into that consciousness?
Yeah. Well, and I'm sure like most people have heard of this, but like when I think I was like 19, I literally watched this documentary for the first time. But I'm sure you guys probably have heard of it out on the East Coast because you guys are a little bit more, you know, than the West Coast. But I am from the Midwest, so I do have that going for me. But I watched this documentary called What the Bleep Down the Rabbit
Yes,
Hole.
you introduced me to that.
That literally changed my
Yes.
entire life. It's called What the Bleep Down the. Okay, it's two documentaries, but it's really strung together. If you watch on YouTube, it'll just be one 3-hour documentary. But I promise your life will never be the same. It literally is about you know, quantum mechanics and like quantum physics.
Yes.
But it illustrates everything through computer animation. And then like what was the girl who's like the main actress? Molly, she was like the
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so she's like the main actress who kind of it's like a narrative storyline. And they use her as an example for basically the audience to follow along. And then they have all these like visuals for you to see. So it breaks down everything that you could honestly, the only reason why I can literally sound like a NASA scientist when people like mention anything about time travel or about like cloning or like anything is from this documentary because it lays down every foundation that you would possibly need. And you literally are just like, wow, that's basically it. And basically, they kind of take religion and science and they merge them together.
And it's what
about like, you know, like spiritual principles and things.
Yeah, and it's what all the like old like Albert Einstein use. I think I don't know, like a bunch of people, those Think and Grow Rich, they all used it to get rich. And
they did.
Yeah, they knew about. So supposedly, this way of thinking has been used for years, but a lot of people kept it a secret, or it's similar to The Secret. They kept it a secret because they didn't want too many people getting successful. I don't know, but
taking control of their own life.
Yeah,
you know,
and it's not easy to
if we want to go
apply.
into conspiracy,
I
because
think
it's like they were saying like negative thoughts like scientifically way more than positive thoughts. Like the ions are like heavier. So that's why it's easier to believe and stick with negative things than it is like positive, because it's a different vibration. And basically they teach you everything comes down to vibration. So it's not even as like trivial as we think. It's just different channels of like vibration tunes and stuff.
Yes. They say one negative thought cancels out like a bunch of positive thoughts. Because
I think it's like 10. Yeah.
Yeah, and the older I'm getting, the more I'm realizing that it's about your feelings too. Like I remember I used to be addicted to being in pain. Like that's the weirdest thing, but I would pity myself and be like, poor me. Like I cause problems for myself by being like, they don't like me or I don't get anything. And I would just sulk, listen to sad music and be like, I'm broke. Like, and then, you know, hello, yeah,
I
I'm
think
broke.
that's the artist coming out. I feel like all artists are like emos.
Yes, Eckhart Tolle calls it the pain body. When you just like
Yeah.
sulk in that pain. And it's like, you know, at a certain point, this is not getting me anywhere. So it's time to,
exactly.
we have no choice but to find a way to feel good. But then there's toxic positivity where, you know, people are saying, oh, good vibes and all that. That people are saying that that's no good. And I could see that. But what I'm learning, it's about identifying the negative and realizing that's your body's compass of telling you that's what you don't want.
Yeah.
There's people like, there's people like, I go, hey, you should, you know, there's people that will be like, you really believe that crap works and stuff? It's like, come on.
Yeah.
I think it at least works better than, it works better than doing nothing. Try to get something, you know, at least try it.
Yeah. Well, and then the thing is, on that documentary, they were talking about how like everything is like basically like a net, like a fish net. And so like, okay, you know where like the net connects, like the, you know, the knots at the joining parts of the net. Those are like thoughts and habits.
Wow.
And it takes like 30 days to break a habit. So when you try to break a habit, it doesn't want to like disconnect. But after like 30 days, it will literally disconnect and reroute itself somewhere else. Like that's like scientifically proven. So it is true that you have to like keep telling yourself these things until you reroute your brain, and then your brain's gonna just